No rainbow pens this time, I promise. Financial debt, right, is an amazing invention. It allows us to invest in something before we have the money. What if we could have that with technical debt? Wouldn't that be awesome? The problem is the difference between financial debt and technical debt. With financial debt, if you go to your CFO and you ask how much debt does this company have, they have a precise answer. Right? They have spreadsheets, they have payment plans, they negotiate different terms, they refinance, they have all these tools for it. If you go to your CTO and you ask how much technical debt do we have, it's a lot. But how much? Right. So that's a problem, right? Imagine that in most organizations, you can take out technical debt without anybody knowing it. Imagine doing that with money. Right? So what I'm proposing is something I've been doing for a while. Visualize it. Start managing your technical debt and do it empirically. Right? So you're working on some code, you're adding a new feature. It takes longer than you would have wanted, or you would have hoped, or you estimated. Write that down on a Post-it. Write down the problem you're dealing with. Find a name for it. Put it on a wall. Make it very visible. Don't put it in Jira. That's where you hide stuff that you don't want people to see. Put it on the wall, right? And every time, so you're not doing that for everything up front. You're just doing that for things you encounter, and maybe mark how much time it cost you extra, right? So it's actual cost that you incurred. And then the next step is sort of start writing down on the ones that get bigger. How much would it actually cost us to fix that problem? Right? So now what you're getting is a very visual representation of the actual interest you're paying and the actual cost of paying back your technical debt. Because what normally happens is you go to your manager and you ask for, hey, can we get some time to refactor this thing? Oh, yeah, how much do you need? Oh, 6 months. Oh, and what will that gain us? Nothing. No new features, nothing. It will be the same as before, just better. Better how? Right? But now if you start writing that down, you give them something very visible. It's in the office, everybody can see it. That shows you how much it costs and how much interest you're paying on that, right? And if you really want to highlight it, start writing down the universal language, right, that every manager understands, which is the euro symbol. Actually, don't use green. Use red, right? They walk by, they see this wall with Post-its, and there's some red euro signs on there. Hey, is this money we're making? Nope, that's money you're losing. Sorry. Okay, what do we do about it? Well, here you can see how much it will cost us and how much it will gain us. So now it's really just cost benefit, right? They can analyze that. This is their language. You're now giving control to management to think about technical debt and solving it and the cost, etc., without having to explain what it is, right? You're speaking their language. And this is I've been doing this with a couple of companies over the years, and some people have adopted it based on my blog post. So I think it works. I've seen it happen where, because it becomes negotiable, not just for the managers, but it becomes negotiable for the team as well. Instead of just taking out debt, you start saying, hey, I'm working on this thing, and I could finish it now quick and dirty, or I could add some more, I could put some more effort into make it better design, better tests, etc. You can now discuss this with your team and agree, shall we put this up as new technical debt, or shall we spend the extra time, right? It becomes a negotiation. It's extremely powerful because now every technical debt is an agreed upon choice as opposed to just something somebody did without anybody knowing. I had one, years ago, a startup that, one of the first companies I knew that started applying this technique, and they were in a very, very small office in Amsterdam. They only had, the walls were already full with other stuff and they didn't have much space, but they had a window. So they started putting up the Post-its for every technical debt on the window. So when the room became dark, they knew it was time for some refactoring. Thank you.